few stories. I want to call on right on the side, Raylene Kawaiae'a. Come. This has been a very long day for her because before the sun came up 4:30, she was on the road heading up to Kapa'au. Today is a day that we celebrated. Come sit down. A day that we celebrated King Kamehameha. Today, or actually tomorrow, is an actual day. But in Kapa'au, if you ever get to go up there, you'll see the original statue of King Kamehameha the Great. And there's a story just behind that. But the reason being is that King Kamehameha was born just north of here. He unified all of the islands and ended feudal wars amongst rival chiefs. These were some of his favorite fish ponds right behind us. So many stories about King Kamehameha. But I'd just like to introduce my dear friend, master in her own rights, a Kumu, a great storyteller and a healer, Raylene Kawaiae'a.
It's good to be here. Although I get to be in front of people many times, this is not my favorite thing to do. But I am most honored to be here with you, to share the things that come to me to share. And I think one of the things that I have enjoyed being here is, on one occasion I came to this moonlight, and I got to tell a story, and Kaniela was, wow, that's a wonderful story. And so if I may, since this is a storytelling night, I would actually like to tell a story, a legend, of one that I enjoy very much, and I hope that you will too. And particularly for our kamali'i, our children of all ages, I hope that you will enjoy this. This is actually a story that takes place during this time of the month when the moon is full. And it is about a young demigod whose name was Maui, but more particularly about his mother, whose name was Hina. And she would leave her island and come here to this island of Hawaii and actually go to the district of Hilo along the river and go up the river to a place where there is a cave. And she would make this journey when the time of the moon is full. And she would go into the cave and spend her days in there. But at night, she would come out when the moon was reflecting in the pools of water that was before her. And she would sing, E ia luna hoku, kanani urawaine, e nana ia oe aloha e. And she would sing to the beauty of the moon, who she knew as her grandmother. How beautiful are you up in the sky. As you reflect upon the pools of water, I see the reflection of myself. And her voice would carry out over the water and over the forest. And one particular night, this voice captured someone that was observing this beautiful woman that was sitting at the mouth of a cave. And he came ever so closer to hear and to see who was singing such a beautiful song. E ia oku, e mala mala e. And slowly this creature came up. Was mighty Kuna. For Kuna was a puhi. For those of you who do not understand what is a puhi, it is an eel. But Kuna was a very different kind of eel, for he was 20 feet long, and he had teeth like this. And so as he came up and he observed this beautiful woman, he decided that he wanted her for his wife. So he came and said, "Oh, Hina, I want you for my wife." And Hina, knowing that she was in the district of Kuna, said to him, "O mighty Kuna, how kind is your offer, but I did not come here to get married. I only came here to sing to the light of the moon and to rest." And she moved back closer to the mouth of her cave. Kuna, noticing that she had retreated, he came ever so closer himself. "Hina, I will provide you with much food. You will go without. Come, be my wife." And Hina, knowing that she was in danger, said once again, "Oh, mighty Kuna, that is such a wonderful thing that you would want to take care of me. But I did not come here to get married. I only came here to sing to the light of the moon. But thank you." And she retreated back into her cave. Well, with that, Kuna was quite angered. So he came to the mouth of the cave, and he said to her, "Hina, if you do not marry me, I will bury you in this cave." And she retreated further back into the cave. And with that, Kuna moved all the boulders and the logs with his mighty body, until finally the mouth of the cave was filled with rock and logs that only left a small opening at the top. And his body came up to the opening and looked into the cave and said to her, "Hina, if you do not marry me, I will come and I will eat you." With that, Hina realized what kind of danger she was in, and she looked at the walls of her cave, and there she saw a small puka, a hole, and she decided she would call for help to her son. "Hey, Maui, hey, Maui, hey, Maui, hey, nana, hey, Maui, hey, olohe, hey, Maui, hey." And her voice carried out over the water, across the Alanuiha to the island of Maui. There her son, hearing his mother's voice, dropped what he was doing and went into his canoe and paddled his way to this island. And he realized where his mother was and what kind of danger she was in. So as he came closer to this island, he decided that he would take a short journey to the volcano. And there he would gather hot lava stones and bring it back to this place. Now Kuna, hearing the call of Hina to her son, thought, with Maui coming, I shall have both him and his mother. So he decided to lay in the long ponds along the rocky place of the Alawai. And there, in the pools of water, lay Kuna in wait for when Maui would come. Now Maui, realizing where Kuna would be, he came with his hot lava rocks, and as he looked across the pools of water, he saw this long dark shadow that was in the pool, and he knew there was Kuna. So he took the lava stones and he tossed them into the pools of water, and soon the water started to boil and get hot. And Kuna could not stand it any longer, and he rose out of the pond, and he and Maui began to fight. And they battled through the night and through the next day and on, until finally Maui, with his mighty club, hit Kuna on the head. And there Kuna lay dead. Now, Maui, clearing the cave to have his mother emerge, he Maui and his mother Hina had a very delicious meal of puhi by the name of kuna.
Today's one of my favorite stories, and one of the customs that we do, and forgive me for not doing this. Didn't I tell you she was a great storyteller? Really, please stay up here.